This is the pound yen, and we have a four touch flag pattern that's set up, and I've just got involved with a very nice risk to reward on this particular trade. And I'll just zoom in a little bit and just remove these orders. So we've got a directional move lower, and then we've got nice fluid movement within inside the channel. We have come up to a 618 fib, and all I need here was a hold, a rejection candle should I say, so any kind of bearish candle, and we had it just there. And then what we had here is we also had tweezer tops, so you can see those two candles there gave us tweezer tops, and we have an internal level of structure within the flagpole, which is here, and that's happened within the flagpole. And we do have a even handled number here, 14300, so I've got 12 pips above that. So it has meant that we've got a very nice risk to reward here. So 46 pips of risk, playing for a retest of the candle closes at 107. And then we also have secondary targets. Let me just scrunch this up a little bit so we can see secondary. No, that's not right. There we go. So we can see secondary targets. Move those up. Okay, secondary targets are the 127 extension. They're going to be at 215. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to bring over a new chart and just talk through the actual trade, because we do need to do the high time frame analysis here. So bear with me. Okay, just brought over a new chart. We just had the hourly candle closed, just so you can see how that's closed there. We've got a nice rejection candle there. Let's go out and do the daily, the high time frame analysis using the daily. We have just violated, I think, both levels of structure. Yeah. Okay, so we violated this level and we violated this level. And what we then did is, if we highlight the wicks of the previous outside return, you can see that price has just pulled back into that area now. So if we go down to the 240, this is how it looks on the 240. You can see that we have just had a big higher high, higher close coming into those wicks that I'd highlighted. There isn't really too much else here. This entire area here is just junk. We did kind of double bottom out, did a retest here, did a third test, and then we have actually just broken to the downside here. So let's check out the 60 again. So there's that nice rejection candle, that inverted hammer. We've probably closed in the bottom 20%, maybe 15% there. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. And so, in fact, let me just go back out to the 60, because you can actually see the flag pattern here. So this is the move that I'm looking at, like that. But if we drop down to the 15, we then can see that internal level of structure, which is here. And I'll throw in a fib, and you'll be able to see that we have come up and tested that 618. We did also go overbought at around 88, something like that. So what I'm really looking for now is obviously a move lower, a break of this channel. I'll then be able to reduce down my stop to just above the highs, probably 5 pips above the highs, something like that, maybe shave 10 pips off this. We could see the market pull back. Please remember, I do say this in nearly all my videos, that what you want, if you want a conservative way to enter these patterns, then look for the retest, the double top, and then you get the breakout. It doesn't always happen, but it does offer you a very conservative way to get involved in these trades. If not, look for the breakout and the pullback to the trend line, then a continuation down. And if you look left, we're playing for a retest here, and because this is because we have broken to the downside on the higher time frame, I can then play for the 127 extension. So that is the trade. Let's bring over the original chart. Okay, this is the original chart then. So just to confirm, 46 pips for 107 and target 2s are 215. So a very big trade this. Would be nice if this went on to win, obviously, but we will wait and see. And we're back for an update on this trade, and we have only just gone into profit on this thing. If you look here, just look how we have been hugging that 618. I mean, this is a beautiful structure level here. We were either going to break to the top or break to the downside. The good thing about the structure level here is that if we do close below it, we have a good chance here of price breaking to the downside. Obviously this is a big flag pattern, this. If we can get target 1s, it's fantastic. 107 target 2s is nothing short of amazing. So yeah, hopefully we are going to close below this level. We are not going to close for another, well, here we go, we're 1 minute into the 15-minute candle, so this thing can easily get sucked all the way back up and break to the upside. So don't know what's going to happen here, so pause the video again and come back to it when there's a bit more of an update. We're back for an update on this trade. As you can see now, I'll just reposition the screen. We have now broken out of the channel, currently 48 pips up. So what I've just done here is I have reduced the risk on this trade to, that's a bit too much actually, to there. So there wasn't a great deal of risk on the table here anyway compared to the reward, but I have gone, so 35 pips of risk on the table now, and because of these spikes here, I've got 5 pips behind that psychological number, and because we have broken out the channel, that's the reason I can do that. And I'm hoping now that we can push down to this level, which will be the closes of the candles. Looking left, just let me go and check the 60-minute. As you can see there, right down for a retest, and hopefully we can get down there. It'd be beautiful as well if we can get that continuation down for secondary targets. Just double check the secondary targets are in the right spot. Yep, they just look quite low down, but that's because of this big wick here. So nothing to do now other than just set an alarm for if we get down to those targets, and hope that we can push down without seeing a retracement. And we're back for yet another update on this trade. Pushing down here, a bit late to this because just had the pound dollar hit for, I think it was 70. So you can see now we're pushing down here, 85 pips up. I am going to pause it and hopefully come back to this as we hopefully I don't like to be too definitive, but hopefully push down towards targets. Okay, it's been 2 seconds. I've just resumed it because we are literally pushing right down here. So I'm just going to stay on the line just for a moment. We've got close to targets now. I'm going to roll to break even. A little bit more aggressive to roll to break even on the higher time frame, purely because, you know, for this thing to turn around now, it would probably take several hours or, you know, quite a while for this to turn and go back up to be stopped out. So yeah, I can be a little bit more aggressive there with moving to break even. So okay, we'll pause it then and see if we get another push lower. And we're back for an update on this trade. As you can see, we're 103 pips up. My alarm's just been triggered now, so we are actually 6 pips away here from hitting these targets. We did see a rally of 50 pips back the other way to the top of the structure level, and now we're starting to come back down. If we do break below this, we could be putting in an AB equals CD pattern, bringing us down to that 140-100. I would then be able to get stops above this and hold really for secondary targets. I think the important thing here, if we do break below here, even though we've not broken below the structure level, it is giving us a break below this level, and we could see a push lower, which is what I'd like to see. So I'll pause this and come back hopefully when we've rallied down another 5 pips here to get those targets. Okay, only a few seconds have passed. I've just resumed the video again. 108, 112, 114. There we go. Targets now hit. I think that was 108 pips in the end. What a beautiful trade. Absolutely beautiful. So we'll come back maybe when we're a bit closer to secondary targets. And we're back for the final update on this trade for the pound yen, and as you can see we did rally down and hit targets. I'm very late producing this video for 24 hours. I'm having major problems with NinjaTrader to do with historical data. I've only just got the chart working though. It goes wrong as soon as I change the time frame. So there we go, 108 pips for target ones only on this trade.